as I mentioned earlier. The first one is, of course, the Four Noble Truths. That means that really he realized this whole universe is changing nature. And then he realized that really this is in flux all the time. It's changing. Now, if I give that feeling for you, like, you were a toddler at the beginning, and then you grew up, and then now you are really a grown up person. And then that means you are changing, right? But you know that it won't stop. It will go changing, keep on changing all this time, and then for so many years until your end of your life. So that changing nature is more grossly you can see that really, oh, it is changing. But in the same time, think about your feelings, your actual emotions. They also change all the time. So that's changing nature is a truth, is a fact. So that is what he mentioned that as the first noble truth. And then he gave the name that dukkha, or the translation that my most favorite translation is that this is. In other words, that means that really the lack of happiness. Now, when we say that happiness, don't think about that being happy uh, by going on a vacation or anything, but the happiness has to be all the time without any lapse. So that kind of happiness is what we are talking about here. So that means you don't have that nagging feeling inside at all. It's always you are happy all the time. You are blissful all the time. That is what if you can get to that. I mean, since you are not there, Buddha said that it is you are really in a chaos all the time. So he called it as dukkha. So that is a truth. It is a dukkha. And if you really understand this change in nature, you will be really understanding means you will be uh, out of it. Then you will really experience that blissfulness. So if I give a little example for that, it is like a tadpole inside the water. And then people are trying to tell the tadpole that really, okay, there is water. It is just like, I'm trying to explain that really there is a dukkha or there is a disease within you. But you may conceptualize, but you may not know really what it is. Just like, that tadpole cannot understand what is water, although he's inside the water. Once that tadpole become a frog and then come out from the water and go to the dry land, then that frog would know that really what is water really means. Are you with me? So that is the difference. That is the difference of the understanding that this changing nature and then realizing that true happiness. So once you know the true happiness, that all this chaos in this world, in this your life, is just a incidents. They are not bothering you anymore. That means that really you will be happy all the time. So that blissfulness. Now I am giving different words for this: happiness, blissfulness, true happiness, inner peace. All those are actually words. Just try to explain it. But when you experience it, none of those words are not really telling the real experience. That experience is so profound. So that is what it is. First noble truth is that really you can be away from that. Like, that frog can come out from the water. Anytime if you want to go to the water, you can just jump into the water and you come back. But at the same time, the true essence of true meaning of this chaos. This all chaos because of your connected that. So the second noble truth is that really he realized that really all this happening because of you are engaged with this whole universe without knowing how to engage with it. Just like, that water is there and then the tadpole is inside the water. It doesn't know what to do, but frog can go in there and then swim around and then come back and then be happy outside. Are you with me? So that means that really he realized this whole chaos really is a kind of uh, a mirage or something just happening, which you don't have to cling into. So that is what he mentioned, that as a samudaya, in the sense that really the cause of dukkha. Cause of dukkha means why we are really uh, have that nagging feeling, because we are clinging to all that. We are clinging to all that. Just like that the tadpole in the water, struggling inside the water, but without knowing that really you can get out from there and then be on the dry land and then be happy. So I'm just going along with that same analogy. So I think you can follow that way. So think about your feeling. You are that nagging feeling, or you're in a chaos all the time. So those ones, just like that water, you don't know how to get away from that. But actually, the second noble truth is that really he realized. I mean, in my case, I know that you can be away from that. And then I know that really this whole thing is just a kind of a uh, new incident which is happening all the time. It's actually runs with a cause and effect. Because of some cause, there is an effect, and then that kind of a process is what this whole universe is. So if I introduce that, his word for that is actually, it's called dependent origination. That means that really the whole universe is just actually running with a process of cause and effect. Similarly, because we are really attached to this changing nature, and then we are lost in that changing nature, so we actually suffer. We actually have that kind of a feeling of we are not happy, we are not at ease, that feeling. Because that we are really craving, we are going with that. So the actual word for that use is actually craving. You have a wanting. You want to do something every time rather than just relaxing. If I give a little example of that, like, for you to relate to, like, if you have to go to work every day and then you are to work, you are really tired, right? You need a break, and then you want to relax. You want to go to, go for a vacation or something like that because you want to relax. But for us, most of the people actually, they are victim of their mind, and they are just running this rat race all the time, and they don't know that really you can relax. Buddha mentioned that really, okay, this cause for this uneasiness is that really you are wanting, you are craving, or your desire. Those are the words normally used, so you can just relate to that. So in the same time, so that means that really he realized that that is a fact. That is why he called that as second noble truth. And since that really definitely, just like that frog is outside the water, and then he can definitely comprehend that water is actually a different medium, but there is a different other medium that really where you can sit on the dry land and then look at it. So that kind of experience, when you have that experience, you know that really you can get out from that water. So that is what is this third noble truth is actually. It's called Nirodha in Pali, but it is cessation of dukkha, in the sense that you can let go of all this chaos and be happy. So this is true for the person who has really experienced this non-self nature. within you. So from there only I am coming. Because as I said, that 1996, that really one retreat, I was just sitting and meditating, and then I let go of all this, my longing and everything. It just happened. Everything just went through, and then finally got that profound experience of non-self. So once you have that, just like, that tadpole transformed into frog and then came out from the water. So I could see that really whole this world is, all flux. It's changing nature. It's kind of an incidence. I have no attachment to that. I'm just sharing that my experience, that's all. And then everything is just happening. So, so that is the Nirodha, in the sense that is the cessation of dukkha, that really you already experience it. It could be just for a fraction of a second. So that is that you can experience. So I can endorse that third noble truth Buddha mentioned is true. It is a fact, because you can get out from this. Like, the tadpole can come out from the water and then sit out. That can happen. You all can do that. That is the human nature. As a Buddha mentioned, that really only the human can do that. Not even any god or anybody outside of this, this realm. They can't do that because they don't see that really how to do it. But now we can actually do it. So that is what the third noble truth is. It means you have experience. So if I summarize this, if anybody have got that non-self experience within you, he would definitely will not deny that first noble truth is there. That means he already experienced it. And second noble truth, he already experienced it. Third noble truth, he already experienced it. So that is what I am coming from to, because that is the fact. And that if you get this experience, you can be free of this all chaos. And then the fourth noble truth is that really that can happen only sometimes for a fraction of a second. But when that experience is so profound, it has no time. It's actually beyond this space and time nature. So that experience is with you all the time. It doesn't change it at all. It will be there. But on top of that, still you may have a feeling of, you like, frog wants to go into the water and play around a little bit and then come out and all that kind of a thing. You may have that kind of a little uh, craving, a little bit. So that is what that really the Buddha has noticed. Some people, not everybody, some people may have that. In that case, you need to go through this fourth noble truth, which is actually going through that eightfold path, in the sense that you are not going, but you are really embracing it, embracing that kind of a livelihood. So once you have that livelihood embraced, you will definitely be in that uh, blissful nature throughout. Or Buddha would say that it is kind of a nivan, or the nirvana, or the enlightenment, or the awakening throughout. So that is what the fourth noble truth is about, because you can experience it. I'm coming from my experience, but you can feel that really some of those very, very powerful urges just dies down. And don't think that really, oh, that is bad. No, that is actually very helpful, very pleasant. Your 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 body is pleasant, your mind is pleasant. It's very light. You don't have that heavy burden anymore within you. So that is what the fourth noble truth is about, to embrace that kind of a livelihood. So then you will be really, really happy, really live a blissful life. And with that kind of experience repeatedly happening within you, one stage you will be realizing that really this whole universe is no longer connected with you. Really, the you have gone beyond this whole universe, whole existence. So don't be alarmed or scared about it, but because it is the most happiest place, supreme happiest place that really you can experience. So that is why this Buddhism is so profound, because the people who has really realized, they are just sharing it. In the same time, the most of those his teaching and all these techniques are very helpful. There are so many side benefits for people. People with that is depression and anxiety and those kind of a thing, those will be just go away from you, because those are the just side benefit, not the real benefit. Real benefit is that really you will be free for all this chaos and you will be happy all the time. It doesn't mean that really you can't live in this world and do your job, and no, you can do all that. You can really respond to all that and then do that perfectly well. And your happiness, that true happiness, your bliss is the underlying base for you, and you'll be happy. And this experience is not just I mean, this has been, so many people have been experiencing this one. Is that Four Noble Truth. So it is kind of a people go like, scholarly talking about this and then trying to analyze and say, this is what he said, not that, this is what he said. All that things are just a kind of a concept. People are just trying to conceptualize it. This particular teaching is not to conceptualize. This particular teaching is to experience within you and realize within you and get that first-hand experience. So that is what the Buddha's teaching is so profound, and it has been there for 2,600 years all this time without any controller. Although we might see that really there are different leaders on different really regions, but actual teaching is surviving, or it is thriving because of the people realize their lives are not the way that they wanted to. Even the very, the rich people, that really so many examples, right? People are going into drugs, and those things are really the indication that the happiness is not there, not with the money or not with any other possession. Happiness is within you, in your core. It is with you all the time. Right now, it is with you. You can't experience that because of your mind is blocking it. Mind is giving different concepts, different ideas, and different thinking. So, no, you have to do this, you have to do that. And because of that, you are not really allowing that your inner essence to surge through you, because your mind is trying to block it. And I normally call it that you are a victim of your mind. And the people who participate on my meditations, and I always give that the mind is a separate faculty we have. We can use that as a tool. You don't need to be a victim of the mind. You can be distanced from your mind and then actually use that as, like, that frog can come out from the water, and then you see the water. If you need the water, you can jump in and then work with it and then come out. Similarly, you can be away from the mind, little distance, and then you can really work with it and then be happy all the time. So that is the whole thing about Buddha's teaching. And so this is the technical term of those things, but actually you can experience it and then you can comprehend it for yourself with the first-hand experience.